Okay, so 2023, 2024 teams, it's nice and exciting. We've already done a whole lot of stuff. We've got our dates set for competition. That went out today on the email. Everybody, if you went down to the bottom, you could see that went out. First off, everybody to be in competition, you do have to have one of these pledges signed. You won't get your results from auditions until that's done, and that you're registered for fall registration. Fall registration is $25 per dancer. We do that every year. So most of you, I think, already are. Not sure if Mia is. I'll have to check, but we can find that out. So,
sure.
Do you want paper or anything? Do you want?
Sure, I've got
So take a couple pieces of paper and a pen, and you'll have to get fall registered for Mia.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a list here of stuff. If you, we'll talk about tuition. Tuition for the littles. Cheryl was talking about the littles. It's only going to be like an hour and a half, so that's like $90. But that's your tuition. Okay, she's probably going to be on maybe what, 2 teams they're talking, tap and jazz or something. Okay, so tuition, and then you have team deposits. Team deposits is something you'll pay for the first 6 months. It starts July 15th, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yep, 6 months. Starts July 15th, $60 per team. Rowan makes 2 teams. Kate will give me $120 on the 15th of each month for the first 6 months. That adds up to be $720. Out of that $720, this is not tuition, this is team deposit. Out of that $720, first I'm going to take costume money out of that. Then we're going to start on competition fees. Competitions have gone up drastically since Kate's been a team member 30 years ago.
I think I was on teams with you.
They're approximately $60 per dancer per dance. Yeah, per team. So Rowan's got 2 teams, 2 dances. That's $120 per competition at least. So if we do 3 competitions, that's $360. That's the littles. Okay, that's littles. If you've got one that's on 4 or 5 or 6 dances, say they're on 6 dances, Mia, 6 times 60 is 360. You'll give me $360 for every month for the first 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. But her competitions are going to be a lot more expensive. Her costumes are going to be a lot more expensive. She's going to have 6 costumes. So that's what team deposits are used for. Now, if I do not use all your money for costumes and tuition, or not tuition, costumes and competition fees, we give that back to you. We don't keep it, okay? So there is that. I will tell you, nobody got any back this year, I don't think so. But we did a lot. We're going to nationals, so it's a big deal. So on top of your tuition, which is due every 5 weeks, your competition, your team deposits will be due on the 15th for 6 months. It's a big deal. There it is. And it's very confusing, and you'll be coming to see me every other week, and you'll be giving me money, and you'll get tired of looking at me. But I love it because when you come in, you have to ask me questions. Now remember, we do have Venmo, and I never get to see you when you do that. So there's that. Now on top of team deposit, on top of tuition, there's your shoes and your accessories, and there's the convention. The littles don't have to go. Mia will have to go to the convention. They've already chosen it. It's going to be Jump up in Chicago, and I think it's in January. I grabbed my thing. That's about $250, $275 per dancer. But January. We all decided to go to All One and be a big community like we used to. We used to let them pick their convention. Then we had a few go in there and a few go in here. The reason we're a team is because we're a team. So we're going to keep us all together. We're just going to put our foot down and say this is what we're doing this year. So we're all going to it. The littles won't have to go unless they choose to, but the older kids do. It is mandatory for them. Any questions on tuition and team deposits before we move on? What?
Is it only for the first 6 months, so it's not?
It's not
a full
right.
year? Okay.
It's not the full year. The thing is that if it doesn't cover everything, you'll get a bill come January. But It should, because we're not doing nationals next year. So fingers crossed that it does cover everything, okay?
So how much you say it was the team deposit?
$60 per team.
Okay.
So if Mia makes 6 teams, it'll be 6 times 60,
Okay.
okay? Now, that girl's not gonna just make one team, I can tell you that. She's pretty good. So,
Pick her up, please.
no. Okay, and then on top of that, of course, there's always the shoes, the accessories, which is the choker, the earrings, the fishnet tights for the olders,
Oh, yeah.
things like that, okay? Okay, mandatory, well, we have mandatory, everybody has to go to sneak peek, that's the end of January. Did everybody see their Monday minutes?
Yes.
Okay, everybody will have to sneak peek the end of January. If you don't know what sneak peek is, we'll just go through it real fast. The competition teams get to dance on stage over the Sterling Centennial. We run it like a competition, but yet we run it like a practice also. Free admission, so you can bring grandma, grandpa, you can bring whoever you want to. The kids get to dance on stage, fully get up, but the teacher's watching them. If the teacher doesn't like it, she'll stop them. That's not right, stop right now, get off the stage, we're gonna do it again. That's what sneak peek is all about. So they can run their full dances on a stage and get critiqued at the same time. It's a lot of fun, it is. It's free admission for you guys. Cheryl takes on the responsibility of paying for the teachers and paying for the center that day. So it's really cool. It's really nice to have. So then we have, okay, when you looked at this, it says optional for solos. That just means it's only the soloist and they get to choose whether they want to go or not. So that's not. But when it says all teams, that'll be the one that you'll be going to when it says all teams. Okay? So it looks like there's 3. And then here's one minis and olders. So that possibly 4. Competitions, usually we don't get the schedule for the competition until 1 to 2 weeks before it's before it's gonna happen. You don't get it soon. So if you're a competition person, they're waiting for all the studios to get all their entries in before they make up a schedule and send it to all of us. They're in the business to make money, so they're waiting for everybody to pay them before they make up a schedule. Back when Kate was in it, I can remember getting it like 4 days before we were going that weekend. It's crazy. You do not have to make a hotel room. That's your choice. If it's in driving distance for you and you can do it, go for it. A lot of the older ones will make hotel rooms because they're up and back. We've even had them start Friday. They've had to be taken out of school because the kids have been starting on Friday now. I think it's unfair for competitions to do that because I'm old school. But that is a thing. If you do make hotel reservations, be sure you can cancel without any fee. Because if you get the schedule and then all of a sudden you only have to be there on Sunday, you don't want to stay Friday night, and you might not want to stay Saturday night. But I will tell you, it's a great bonding experience for the kids. They do get together, they swim together, they go out to eat together, so at the hotel. At competitions, your dancer is required to be there 2 hours before their stage time. We will get a stage time. They will send us a schedule with approximately what time our kids will go on dance. So if they're going to dance at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they will need to be at the competition dressed in that costume, makeup on, by 1 o'clock. The reason for this is, number one, it alleviates the teacher's fear that they're not showing up. Number two, the competitions sometimes run ahead of schedule. They have run up to an hour, hour and a half ahead of schedule. So if you show up 2 hours ahead of time, they're an hour ahead of time. That means that they only have 1 hour to get with their kids, do their stretching, and make sure the teacher knows that they're there. So that's part of the reason. So I know 2 hours is a lot, but it is what we have to have anymore. There was one here I wanted to read. Dressing rooms can be very crowded, yes. Often competitions is running ahead of schedule, which means you could be performing earlier. Also, if you run late, you put undue stress on all team members. This is a no-no. We've had kids that have run late and the other team members are crying because they don't know where that other dancer is. As a dancer, you rely on that person next to you. It's not easy not to dance without that person next to you. Throws you off completely. Plus, if you're putting stress on the rest of the dancers, not cool, not good for them. So that's another reason. Okay, we can go through what to bring and all that other stuff later. Commitment to dance. The commitment to the competition is the attendance. We have 2 semesters, before Christmas, after Christmas. You're allowed to miss 3 classes per semester. Now this is 3 individual classes. Sometimes you can come in the beginning, but you have to leave. Okay, and let's say the next week you couldn't get in the beginning, but you had to leave at the night. So what we do is we don't count the whole day as one. We count each class. If you can make it to one class, but you can't make it to this one, well, this is your absent for this class, but you're here for that one. So it's fine. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But when you miss 3, it's your responsibility to get a private with a teacher, if a teacher is available, to get her caught up, your dancer caught up, and you will have to pay for that private. That's a must. Otherwise, the repercussions could be that the dancer is dismissed from the team. Okay, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. Okay, sometimes we have extra rehearsals. Those are mandatory. Sneak peek, of course, is mandatory. Class participation, dance with energy, respect for teachers. That's really a big one. We don't like comments, snide comments from the dancer or from parents. It's not good. If we hear them, we get rid of them right away. Not the person. We not
the person too.
No, we will call a meeting and we will chat because we are not dancers' moms. Dancer moms. What's that show? Dance moms. We are not dance moms. We don't do that here. We're family first and we're friendly also. So none of that stuff. No complaining. No excessive talking. We don't let the kids have phones in the rooms. We don't do that. No profanity or inappropriate behavior. We do watch social media. Somebody will let us know if something's wrong on social media. It does get back to us. Work together with team members. No negativity. No mama drama. I can't tell you what shoes you'll need right now. We always have a list. They'll probably be the same as last year, but I can't guarantee anything. But you will have to buy shoes. You can always purchase the used shoes. If anybody doesn't know that, we do have the used shoes downstairs. We allow our other dancers to sell them. When they sell them, their money goes into your credit account. So it works out really well for us. Okay, now Cheryl was talking about the Remind text. It's called Remind, and it's a texting thing. I will be sending that information out so that you can join that. Texting seems to be the way to go. If we have an extra rehearsal that was unscheduled, she'll send you that in the Remind text. If we're closed for snow days, you'll get that in a Remind text along with an email. We do as much as we can to keep you informed. Now the team app is something else. It's a phone app that all team members really should have. The teachers really communicate a lot on team app. I'm unfortunately not real good with it because I don't keep up with it because I don't dance on teams. So anyway, but the teachers love it. They keep up with all their kids. A lot of stuff going on through that. Did I print that out? No. Okay, so I can send directions. Oh, here it is. To get the team app, you can go to the Center Stage website and you click on the green team app sign. If you haven't been to the Center Stage website, you really ought to check it out. It's pretty nice. It's kind of nice. So you click on the green team app symbol, and then it'll send you over into team app. And that's where you will register. You search for your team, and the team is Center Stage 88. I will try to send these out to everybody too, these things. And there you will fill out some information. You will request to become a member. That goes to me and it goes to Cheryl. One of us will validate you, and then you'll be on it. It's really easy to do, and you won't be sorry. It's especially good for competitions. The teachers will text everybody at competitions and go, where is such and such? Somebody will shoot back, I just saw her in the bathroom, or something like that. Or we lost a shoe, does someone have an extra? That happens too. And a lot, and you know what? Our parents are great. Everybody pulls together. I've seen them hand over tights. I've seen them hand over earrings, chokers. You know, somebody's crying, somebody will help. They really are good. We really have good people. I can't say it enough. Okay, so first time parents, team member parents, just hang on. It'll be very, very confusing. Just find somebody's shirt tail and hang on to it. Find another parent that can alleviate your fears. Come to me, come to Cheryl. But that's the biggest thing. You won't know what's going on. You'll feel dizzy and crazed, and that's okay, because everybody is their first year. I think that's about all I have, unless somebody has a question. And I'm going to turn this off now.